Okay, a leadership, in the life purpose deck, leadership and yoga came up. So, but what yoga is about yoga, but yoga is also about stretching that spiritual center within yourself and understanding the relationship between the physical and the spiritual. And I feel like taking leadership and recognizing that you have this, leading with that spirit.
And here's the other part that they showed me about yoga is when you're so trained to, like, put a pebble in your shoe and walk 10 miles. When you get done, you take the stone out, you still limp. And then if you keep doing that same stuff a different day, then you became taking a habit and putting that habit in, which no longer serves. So basically, in yoga, your nerves and muscles learn to conform and compromise and go the way that you think they should go. So it's like some people can't put their arm out straight or they can't balance themselves because of the fact that this is how they had trained themselves. They didn't realize that this is what they're doing. So what I see is they want you to step up and basically stretch and undo some of these things. And what else do you got?
So we're talking about the waiting room. This is the perfect card from the Hidden Realms deck from Colette Baron Reed. The Camel Boy challenges you as a challenger to stop the course of action you're on and get busy with mundane chores. Nothing can happen right now to move you forward in your inquiry any more quickly. This is the time to chop wood and carry water, attend to your home, wash your car, and declutter your closets. A spring cleaning is in order. You may also need a spring cleaning of your thoughts. Meditation would help too. And so then it, from the Earth Magic cards, release, reverse. So there's something that during this period that does need to be released as you step into that leadership. And maybe it is any of those ideas or the self-talk of what a leader is.
Okay. One of the things, did you have any more to say?
Well, then, along with another card with the yoga was the Horse King reversed as challenger. The Horse King comes from the Hidden Realms deck. Wants you to know why you think you can do everything by yourself. Keeping control of everything around you is counterproductive and exhausting. You may lose an important opportunity if you insist on being stubborn. The Horse King is patient, however, and will wait for you to come to your senses and accept the help you need. You won't be able to reach your goal otherwise. And then they're saying that there's ancestors or generations, and maybe that's a conditioning or a learned trait of doing what it means to be leader is to do it by yourself, and that you can't delegate, and that in order to do this, and so the stretching may be to release these ideas of what it means to be a leader during this waiting room period. That's
Does that make sense so far?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, so I asked the card, so the goal that we set is that you would like to use your intuitive abilities. So, while you're in the waiting room, I asked, what does she need to do? What's the intention? What does she need to do in order to get this goal? And the card that came up said Field of Dreams, and it's reversed. Are your dreams your own, or are they really someone else's? Have you chased money, possession, or prestige? Have you placed security above fulfillment? Has approval seeking played a role in your motivation to succeed? This is the time for you to assess the validity of your dreams, your talents, and your willingness to be a channel for inspiration and creativity. Don't be afraid to enter the field of dreams, for you can always clear the ground for new and better things to grow. Nature has a way of self-correcting if you're willing to act with authenticity. The power is to create within inside you. So basically, you're just beginning on this path of wanting to move forward. And because of this, there is the idea is, what does spirituality, what does intuitive look like? Okay, you're going to be wrestling with, like, what does my intuition look like? And this is how I have to go after it. And then other people's beliefs of it. And then there's the counterproductive part that says that it's wrong and you shouldn't do it. So if you have anything, any program that says that you shouldn't do this because it's evil or whatever society tells you, then you understand that you're going to be stopping yourself and you'll be moving towards a goal, but at the same time pulling away from what you don't want, which causes you to stay stuck. Does this make sense?
It makes total sense.
Okay, so one of the things they're telling you is that you need to clarify the fears or the bull crap belief systems that was planted in the group consciousness or within you that said that you are supposed to not like this or it's wrong. And the way I would tell you to do is to probably meridian tap this, where you can go to mwreveal.com healing tools and look for meridian tapping, and you literally say, you find the language which is good to you. So the first thing I had to heal was that I was taught that witches are wrong, witches are evil. Well, even though I believe witches are bad, I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself. So I had to do the meridian tapping, and then all of a sudden I stopped having that fear, that worry, or what people are going to say. Well, now, a witch is anybody that can be standing in the kitchen and cooking supper. It's because witches were considered wise women because they carried a great deal of knowledge and was able to be a counselor, somebody that could help medically and could help in many ways. And they used herbs, and there was just so many bad things that occurred because when you want to be ahead, you then ruin the reputation of others. So that is one thing that happened when the yang energy came into such a great force, was that you had to condemn other things. So heal the bad things, where even though it's wrong to believe in new age stuff, I deeply, completely love, accept myself, literally find those words, because those are going to be part of your foundation, and it's going to screw you over when you say, oh, I don't believe that, but your soul will tell you that you believe that. Like, I'm asking the question to your soul, do you think that using intuition is wrong? And it says yes. And this is based on just group consciousness alone. And that's what makes you doubt, fear, feel like you can't do it. And even if you don't think you do, just like I didn't believe my friend was going to be mean to me, was that you have to trust spirit that it's going to show you the proof you need and then heal it out. Don't just collect proof, because then that's just going to create more conflict within yourself and persuade you to do things that you don't want to do. So take charge and heal that out. The main word they pointed out as that would cause you to take this journey is that this stuff, this intuition, this, what is it we do? I call it a spirituality, but from any degree of, help me out, Jen.
Well, there's the, I feel like the new age connotation is something that could also be a block.
Yeah, old belief system.
And that may be for that generation card, and that may be the generation of group consciousness that says...
Can I interrupt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just to help, maybe?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's not the belief systems, it's the scariness of it all, because
Okay.
I've seen things for so long, my whole entire life, and tried to cut that part of me off.
Aha, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Now see, that still is a belief system, but it's yours about how you have a relationship about this. And it is, Jen had that relationship. When she was a little girl, all she knew about the other side was that it's scary and that you're supposed to be frightened of it.
Right, I mean, the monsters in the closet were real to me because I didn't understand that they were probably all my ascended masters and guides and everything like that are currently helping me now, that I see as a positive. Mm-hmm. At that point, I was like, ugh, I don't know what you are.
So it's important to heal the creating closure to the fear. Yes, you can have lots of proof of how evil and how scary and all of it is, but all it is that you're creating the same chemical peptides and you're creating the same pattern. One of the things that I learned to do was just heal that fear. Take the intensity, and it came down to 0, change the color, and I did it more anytime it popped up. And when I did this, what happened was that I like she said, you misunderstand it, because the first time that you defined it was when you were a kid. Now for you, they said the first time you defined it was when you were just like weeks old. So you were experiencing the vibrations and the frequencies, and in order for you to understand it, you labeled it what only you could at that time because it threw you off center. They're showing me a past life where you misunderstood it too, but I also feel a past life is like you were a witch or something like this, that you had pitchforks, people were coming after you because you had your abilities, and so in this life you hid them, and then anytime it started to pop up, then you were to define it as that it was wrong or evil or scary, and that's what we did. So what I want you to understand is that you say, even though this is scary, you know, I deeply and completely love, accept myself, even though I think that something bad's going to happen to me if I believe in this. So just listen to how you say it and write it all down, okay? And then just take one step at a time, give it the intensity, give it a color, and then just start tapping it out. Your brain will create the closure it needs so that you can move forward and you don't have to do this, okay? We got to wrap it up, and I'm so glad you called in.
Okay.
You know, next time call in a little earlier, and then we can really sit there and talk, okay? Keep us posted.
Okay.
All right, thank
Okay,
you.
thanks for calling.
Okay, so what we'd like you to know is that we're here Monday from 8 to 10 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time. So we want to say thank you and have a great day.